What's up, guys? I'm hungry as shit, though. We should eat after this. Yeah, where's my... Oh, it's already down. Looking for my little mouthpiece. I'm like, what's up, y'all? I'm going to let everybody know on Twitter that we're live. Real quick while y'all come on in here. What's up, brother? Banks Larry, what's up, man? Hey, with Vincent, what's up? I am going to announce that we are live on Twitter. What's up, guys? Gory Sanders, what's up, man? What's going on? Oh, shit. All right. Cam, what it do, boss? Ray Bailey, what's up, man? What up, Cam? Which inning are you going deep on? Oh, am I going deep on Desclafani? So Desclafani's so bad versus lefties, and I'm a lefty, so I could probably go deep on him probably first inning, first at bat, maybe first pitch. Yo, Cam, brother, what's up? Rhythm Beast, what's up? Somebody commented on my YouTube video, like, bro, he's a major league pitcher. You're not making contact. And I thought to myself, probably true, but I'm not going to admit to that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, I'm going yard on his ass 100%. Greinke looking really dicey now. Yeah, so the weather's really bad in that game. So it's looking like a spin down on both pitchers game, and we're going to get into that in a minute. It doesn't seem beautiful, but we're able to get all the bats we want. And there's a few very, very, matter of fact, minimum price pitchers on this slate that I'm down for. I put one in the high five, and there's another one. What's up, Cam? Spam that like, guys. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. I am announcing on Twitter so nobody misses out. Boom, there you go. Because sometimes, if I forget to announce on Twitter, people are pissed. They're like, man, you didn't let us know. I'm going Lambert for the mega pivot. GPP only, that's fine. In that game, I'm actually more on Arizona than I am Colorado, though, because Lambert is so bad and gives up a big fly ball rate. I think I love guys like Ketel Marte, Jake Lamb for sure. Eduardo Escobar. There's Peralta. There's a lot of Arizona guys that I'm all over today. So I'm thinking about spending down for both, to be honest with you. So first things first, as we know, the weather's dicey. So we had one pitcher that was really worth starting on this slate, and it's looking like we can't even do that now, at least as of right now. So the situation in that game is, as of right now, is if my computer will stop. All right. There's definitely a chance that it could postpone. But it also looks like they could possibly just delay and then play good, or, late start. I don't know. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. There's a chance for a postponement for sure. It's definitely risky. If they start on time and they delay it, that's going to suck. So obviously, if we're not able to play Zach Greinke, we're going to want to spend down for both spots because we got some bats that we want. Yeah, we're talking about the Astros possible postpone. I don't know if they will, but the weather's bad. And obviously with pitching, it's super important not to get a pitcher in a bad spot. So let's talk about the pitchers I like. And some of you might be like, man, fuck you, you're stupid. Some people might be like, hell yeah, let's do it. I don't know. But I'm on Austin Pruitt and Brock Stewart together. Pruitt and Stewart. I'm all over it, to be completely real with you. If Greinke is not going to play, if he ends up out, I would prefer to go Greinke and Pruitt together if Greinke is going to be fine and there's no weather issues. But it's looking like there could be some weather issues. So I'm totally on board with going Austin Pruitt and Brock Stewart together. Pruitt. Am I saying Pruitt? Pruitt and Stewart together. So I'm going to pair both these min-price guys. They're both going to be the long relievers for their games. And they're both in solid spots. All we need is like 10. You know what I mean? As long as the stacks that we're paying up for, like as long as this Coors game does what Coors is supposed to do, then we should be completely fine. So if Greinke plays and he's looking safe, I like Greinke and Pruitt together. If Greinke is questionable, Pruitt and Stewart together, and then stack up Colorado, get some New York sprinkled in. Pruitt and Stewart. Hey Cam, any thoughts on low ball contest on DK? I don't play low ball because I'm trying to get the highest points, period. I'm not trying to play a contest where you want the lowest score. I'm not trying to get all distracted by that. Kettle Marte lock at second base. I love Kettle Marte. I've been putting him in a shit ton of lineups. So yes, Kettle Marte is one of my main dudes that I love. Kettle Marte, Jake Lamb, Peralta, and Escobar are my focuses on Arizona. Those are my main guys. On the Colorado side, Arenado and Story obviously are always in play at home. I'm completely fine with them as well. I prefer Arizona over Colorado, though, if I'm going to be completely real with you, okay? And let me talk about why I kind of prefer Arizona over Colorado. Now, here's the thing. Oh, and if you need value, Matt Adams, I already put him in the high five, guys. Look, Desclafani's bad versus lefties. I'm fully expecting a home run. But anyways, let's talk about this Coors game and which side I'm on, all right? So, Kelly, the pitcher for Arizona, all right, he's not great by no means. He only has a 16% K rate versus lefties, 20% K rate versus righties. He's got a very solid ground ball rate versus righties at almost 50% ground ball rate versus righties. He doesn't give up. He only gives up 31% of a fly ball rate to lefties. So not only does he induce ground balls versus righties, but he also makes guys do more line drives and stuff and ground balls other than hitting the ball in the air versus lefties too. Problem is regardless of how hitter friendly a park is, you still need the ball to get hit in the air. So if this dude does a solid job at keeping the ball on the ground, it's going to be solid. So I would much prefer Escobar. Maybe spend down for I love Story, don't get me wrong, but maybe spending down for Didi Gregorius as shortstop. But mainly, I'm going for Colorado. Now that I talked about Kelly, Kelly's not good by no means, though. Colorado could smash him, okay? But he's not horrible, okay? Yet, on the other side of this game, we do have a horrible pitcher. Dude gives up a 421 WOBA versus lefties, a 373 WOBA versus righties, a 286 ISO versus lefties, which is very high, by the way, if you're new. 244 ISO versus righties. So he gives up a ton of isolated power. He gives up a ton of weighted on base average versus righties and lefties, especially lefties. Okay. He only strikes out 17% of lefties and 15% of righties. Now, there's one good thing about Lambert is he's very good at keeping the ball on the ground against righties. But that's okay because we want the lefties of Arizona here, and they are in a fantastic spot. Dyson, Marte, Escobar, Peralta, and Lamb are my main focuses on this Arizona offense, 100%. The main guys I'm focused on, I don't love Dyson's price. The main guys I'm focused on is Marte, Escobar, Peralta, and Lamb. Okay? Don't sleep on Walker as well as he hits righties too. He hits righties well as well. Now, if you do want to get some Colorado bats, looking at Colorado, I mean, Charlie Blackmon, lefty-righty matchup. He hits a 268 ISO versus righties, and Trevor Story hits a 288 ISO versus righties, while Arenado hits a 224. Other than that, not many people in this lineup really even hit righties well. So the problem here is they hit the ball on the ground over 36% of the time versus right-handed pitching. It's gonna be a little bit tough to pay those prices when you got guys that you can pay for from Arizona and have a better matchup straight up. What up, Cam? Neil Barsky, what's up, man? I made it. Woo, I was sweating. What's up, man? Escobar or Nolan? Escobar. What about Moustakas? So I haven't looked much at Moustakas. Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? Moose? I was like, what? What do you think about they're not playing? Any Mitch Keller? I'm not going to be playing much Mitch Keller. What's up, Cam? Neil Barsky, what's up? What's good, homie? Big Hova, what's up? What do you think about Cortez Jr.'s SP2? It's okay. I don't love it, but it's okay. With New York being at home in New York, they're going to get some run support. So I'm definitely okay. So who are you stacking in cash, bro? So my main focus is Arizona. They're at the top of my list. Arizona, Colorado, New York are my three favorite. Because pitching is so horrible that I love Pruitt and Stewart. together if Greinke misses. If Greinke, in fact, plays, I like Greinke and Pruitt together. Cortez over Stewart? No. I would still go Stewart over Cortez. Erod cheap on Fanduel. Yeah, we're going to get into Fanduel in just a second. Escobar or Arenado? Escobar. I'm on the Arizona side of every decision on that. Yo, Cam, Matthew, what's up? Is Jose Suarez a good choice? He is solid. Pittsburgh struggles versus left-handed bats. Now, the problem is they don't strike out a bunch, so you're not going to get like the K upside, but they don't hit well versus left-handed pitching. So he seems safe-ish. He doesn't have upside, though. Who's a good pitcher on Fanduel? All right, so since I've gotten a few questions about Fanduel, let's go ahead and go over to Fanduel real quick. All right. So over here on Fanduel, with pitching, as we know, we don't have great pitching on this slate, period. I'm leaning Lucchesi probably at only 7.6. He's just a very good price over here. That's a lot cheaper than DK. What was he on DK? What was Lucchesi on DK? Let me double check that real quick, so I don't have to get off this tab and shit. 10,000 on DK compared to 7.6 on FanDuel. So Lucchesi's definitely a guy I'm interested in. I'm not very interested in Eduardo because Cleveland is a solid offensive team. They're at home in Cleveland. He's 1,300 more than Lucchesi. I just don't see a reason for it. Jose Suarez is a very solid option over here on FanDuel. Like I just talked about, you're not going to get strikeout upside going against Pittsburgh. But at 5.7, a lefty versus Pittsburgh is pretty safe because they don't hit lefties that well. So I'm leaning Lucchesi and Suarez are a couple great options over here on DK. For sure. Those are the two guys that I'm interested in. What about Jose Ozuna and Tapia? Ozuna is a solid option. Yes, I am a little bit worried about Greinke with the weather. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. If there's any chance for a delay, we need to get off of it, pay down for both of our pitchers. I might do that anyways. The lineups that I've been putting together with those two guys have been ridiculous. The upside is crazy. So yeah, I'm going to worry. Like if Greinke's going to be okay, I'm going to worry a little bit. If I go spend down pitchers, I will be worried about Greinke having a very solid game. But you know, sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit. So I don't think that he's going to. I don't know about that. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on the Greinke situation. Thoughts on Lucchesi for DK cash? I'm not paying 10,000 for Lucchesi. No. Catcher Mejia but he's safe-ish, so it's fine. In cash if you got to. Catcher Mejia for San Diego been mashing lately. Yeah, he's fine. I've been leaning more towards for catcher. I like some prices over here on DK. The guys that have really been sticking out to me over on DK, I like Martin Maldonado. He's on an amazing offense. He's only 2.6, so he just is part of an amazing offense. Kurt Suzuki is a guy who puts the bat on the ball with consistency, going against a bad pitcher in DeSclafani. The only thing here is DeSclafani's pretty solid versus righties, but Suzuki's a very consistent bat. So you're getting a solid bat here for only 800 more than Maldonado. So Suzuki's fine at 3.4. I might want to spend down, though, but we'll see. Tucker Barnhart at 3.3 is fine. Elias Diaz, righty-lefty against Suarez, if he's in the lineup at 2.7 is interesting for Pittsburgh. But mainly I'm sticking with like Maldonado, Suzuki. Those are the two guys that I'm interested in the most. And then Fetty is a bad pitcher, so Barnhart's also an option as well. Who has the best chance for a double dong tonight? Okay. Double dong potential tonight. Best chance. I mean, you gotta say it's somebody in Coors. It's got to be one of these dudes in Coors. I'm gonna go Escobar. I believe Escobar was my main guy. Yeah, I'm gonna go Escobar. I think Escobar. Marte is always a dude who mashes. I mean, a lot of these Arizona guys have potential. Aquino, man, so much money left over. I know you can get anything you want, bro. Should I pick any Astros players tonight? That's an interesting take because not many people will be. So I'm not hating on you for it. Let's break it down a little bit. Let's see what guys, if any, you would want to get exposure to. Now, Cease, the pitcher for the White Sox, he's not good. Mainly versus lefties, he is very bad. He only strikes out 13% of lefties, so pretty much everybody hit. Now, the issue is, in the limit-ish sample size that we've seen this dude, is he gets ground ball. His ground ball rate is very, very high. Super high. So, he's damn near 50% ground ball rate for both righties and lefties. He does give up a huge wOBA versus lefties. So if you want to play some Houston, I would get the lefties, obviously. Your Dong Alvarez, Brantley. Those are two guys that I'm definitely interested in against him for sure. Thoughts on Trout and Ohtani? I'm down with Trout and Ohtani. Now, so when I made the high five yesterday, we put Ohtani in the high five. Now, that was before I was able to look as deep as I was able to today, obviously. I've been grinding since I woke up this morning. I'm more on, against Mitch Keller, I'm more on the righties than I am the lefties. Now, don't get me wrong. Ohtani's still a great play. His price is too cheap, okay? So stacking LA in GPP is definitely interesting today because Keller versus righties, listen to these numbers. 476 wOBA, which if you're new to DFS is ridiculously high, okay? 243 ISO, which, once again, if you're new, that is a very high ISO, all right? He's got a decent K rate to lefties and righties, but LA doesn't strike out much. Okay, they only strike out 17% of the time versus righties, so they're not going to K a bunch. Okay, so I wouldn't worry about that. He gives up a 42% fly ball rate versus righties, which is big time news. Okay, not only does he give up a wOBA, give up an ISO, he gives up a high fly ball rate and hard contact. They hit the ball hard in the air. That's not a good combination for this dude. I love LA as a stack. Mike Trout is my favorite bat on this LA offense, and he is my favorite bat in GPP altogether. Justin Upton is also an amazing play here in this matchup. So Trout, Upton, Ohtani, those are my three favorite LA guys. So Trout mainly is my favorite GPP play of the night. I think a lot of people are going to be going to Colorado, Arizona guys, but Mike Trout is amazing play today. What do you think about Yankees Astros stack over Coors if Astros? Okay. So I talked about liking the Yankees in the high five. I do love the Yankees, and I still do. Yankees at home in New York are always a force. They're going to be going against a bad Baltimore bullpen. These dudes are all in play. Okay, I love all these dudes. If you want to get off of the chalky Coors guys, then definitely, I encourage you to get your Arizona guys and sprinkle in some New York maybe. I think I like New York slightly ahead of Colorado, and they're in Coors. And to be honest with you, it's because of the matchup straight up. Now, obviously in Coors, either team can go off at any moment, and it's scary not to have some Colorado guys, but Arizona is my main focus. And then sprinkling in some guys like Didi Gregorius is too cheap. Facing a pitcher who can't get lefties out, gives a ton of hard contact versus lefties. So I definitely want to sprinkle Didi in there. So yeah, New York is completely fine. If you want to stack New York and GPP, I completely understand it. I would do like a one, maybe two man from the New York game. With a 5-man Arizona stack and 2-man Colorado, if I can get there as a lineup stack, that's fine. I would go 2-man. Depending on the 2 Colorado guys you're going. Pruitt, Stewart, McCann, Walker, Marte, Escobar, Story, Blackman, Alvarez, Trout. That's a fucking beast. That's a beast, dude. That's a GPP lineup for sure. Thoughts on Jose Iglesias? There's going to be look, tonight is all about picking the right bats, man. Because pitching, everybody's going to end up falling down to these cheap men guys. I'm sitting here talking to you guys live. We have over 100 people listening. Most people who play DFS with any type of brain are going to understand that paying down at pitcher is the way to go if Greinke misses. So it's all about getting the right bats. And I'm telling you on this live, and I hope I end up being right, that go Arizona, sprinkle in some New York cheap guys like Didi as shortstop, and get a few Coors guys if you can. A few Colorado guys if you want. Is Lamb going to start? He should. Lefty-righty matchup, Lamb should definitely be in the lineup. We'll have to keep an eye on that, though. Keep an eye on it. Christian Walker looks like a great play. He does. Even though it's a righty-righty matchup, he mashes righty. So he's a fine play as well, for sure. Do you like Lucchesi and Keller as the pitchers playing late night? I don't like Keller. I think he's going to get rocked. I do like Lucchesi, though. Other than Lucchesi on Fanduel, who was another pitcher for GPP? Suarez. Suarez is a safe option, and he's only 5K something, 5.7 or something like that over on Fanduel. He's a solid option going against a Pittsburgh team who doesn't strike out a bunch, but they don't hit lefties well. Drop a like down below if you haven't already for your boy real quick. Let's get over 100 likes while we're live in this. We got about 10 to 15 minutes left. Let's get over 100 likes in this live before we shut it down. Yeah, Walker is better versus righty. He is. He's good. Homie, what's up? James, what's up, man? Would you spend down for Didi over Story? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about it. Didi's in a better position overall matchup-wise than Story is, but we still, I mean, it's a doubleheader as well. So sometimes doubleheaders can make these guys play like trash in the second half. So it's a tough question to answer, but I like Didi as a spend down for sure. He's probably one of my favorite guys for the price. Still feeling some Cincy bats? Yeah, I like some Cincy bats. I love Washington bats. Matt Adams. I still love Matt Adams to death. Is Carlos Correa a good pick today? I prefer the lefties from Houston tonight. So Alvarez and Brantley. Those are the main guys. Those are the guys I prefer. What do you think about spending up on pitcher for Sanchez? Yeah, Gary Sanchez is completely fine if he ends up in the lineup. Did he play in the early? I thought he was in the early. If he was in the early, he's not going to catch for this second game. Let me verify that though. Didi had a great game. Didi homered in the bottom of the first. Called it. All right, so let's take a look. Yeah, Gary was catching on the early, so he's not going to be in. Or he could DH. Yeah, he could DH as well, so keep an eye on that. Suarez and Van Meter, my favorite Reds bats. Van Meter, Winker, the lefties. Have a feeling Blackmon and Calhoun have huge games. Yeah, Blackmon's in a great spot. And honestly, out of all these guys, I think Blackmon might be overwatched a little bit because of his price. But he's got, I mean, he's a solid matchup, lefty-righty. Calhoun could have a huge game, yes. But the LA guys, the main Angel guys you want are the righties. We talked about that. Like the main guys you want is Trout and Upton. Those are the guys, those are your focal points for the Angels. But Calhoun's fine. And thanks for the 199, bro. Appreciate you. Houston White Sox going to have weather issues. Yes, they will. If you are new, we talked about this in the beginning of the live. It looks like there is going to be some weather issues in Houston. We're going to want to keep an eye on that. If the weather ends up fine for pitching, I like Greinke and Pruitt as my two pitchers. Okay, I do like Pruitt over Stewart, straight up. So Pruitt and Greinke, if Greinke's fine. If Greinke's not fine, then Pruitt and Stewart together, and then just go balls to the wall with every bat that you want. Period. I like some Texas bets for GPP tonight. Thoughts? I agree. I think a lot of people are going to be all over these guys like Stewart and Pruitt, and GPP stacking against these guys would be smart because these two dudes are going to be extremely popular, especially if Greinke's out. A shit ton of people are playing these two guys. So stacking against them in GPP is a great idea. Is Judge in play tonight in cash? Judge is fine. Yeah. Any good suggestions at first base tonight? Love Matt Adams. Still love Matt Adams. What about Smoke as a one-off? He's completely fine at first for a one-off. He's always got the home run potential. He's in a great matchup. Yeah, Pruitt the play over Stewart. I like that. Yeah, definitely Pruitt. Why am I combining Pruitt and Stewart every time I say Pruitt? All right, so not Pruitt. Pruitt is definitely the play over Stewart. I'm leaning Pruitt over him for sure. Any early PGA likes? I haven't even dived into it yet. They just hit homers this game. Yep. Maybe the Didi are playing now. They aren't playing later. No, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that. If they played in the early slate, it doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to play in the later. It just means you have to keep an eye on it because you don't know. They could miss. So you got to just kind of keep your eye on it. I would expect Didi to still play. Kim, I'm late to the live, and sorry if you've answered the question. What's your favorite GPP stack? The Angels. Angels righties are very interesting to me in GPP. I think New York is going to be slept on because we have a Coors game. So those two teams are good. You like Glaber? Yeah. I like all the New York bats today for sure. You like Para? Yes. Para is a lefty facing a pitcher who can't get lefties out, so he's definitely in play. What are your favorite stackers besides the Angels? Okay, so my favorite stack straight up is probably Arizona, and then New York slightly over Colorado, I'd probably say. So Arizona, New York, Colorado in that order. I know a lot of people are going to be on Colorado, and who knows, maybe after another few hours, I'll land on a few. But and I'm totally fine with. I mean, they're in cores. I can't fight you on that decision. It's just the deeper dive that I've taken. The Arizona side of this game definitely has the better matchup in general. And these guys are some crazy good bats who can put up a shit ton of runs in a place like Coors. In New York going against Baltimore, I love them. So those are my cash stacks. Okay, Arizona's just a GPP stack. They're not a cat like they're my GPP. All right. Other than that, you can go with Toronto against Texas. You can go with Texas bats against. We talked about it a little bit. Pruitt and Stewart are going to be extremely high owned if Greinke misses. Stacking against either one of them could be very smart for GPP. I like the Cincinnati Reds as well in GPP, and then I like the Washington Nationals. How would I rank my DK pitchers? So Greinke at the very top. If Greinke's going to pitch, Greinke's at the very top. And then I would go the two cheap guys because I'm not going. If I can't go Greinke, I'm paying all the way down. So Pruitt and Stewart. Favorite red tonight? Probably Aquino. Way off topic, but you're handsome, sir. Have a great day. Thank you. Appreciate that. Weather in Chicago, how is it looking? It's looking bad. It's not looking good at all. Sorry I keep coming in and out. Not sure if you went over Fanduel plays. I did, but let's talk about bats real quick. All right, so Fanduel bats real quick. We talked about pitching. Over here on Fanduel, I'm all over Jose Suarez as a cheap pitcher to play at only 5'7". Like I said, Pittsburgh's team sucks versus left-handed pitching. So Suarez is definitely a great play. Lucchesi as well. So I like Lucchesi and Suarez over here on FanDuel. The bats, obviously, you want Coors. All right, you want the Arizona, you want the Colorado. The guys that stick out to me, Matt Adams is only 2.8. Asdrubal Cabrera on this Washington team is only 2.4. Like, I like stacking Washington over here on FanDuel because they are all so cheap. Like 2.8, 2.4. Para's only 2K. Lock him on FanDuel. Lefty righty matchup batting 6. Lock him. Love him. Van Meter's only 2.6. Like, dude, there's a fucking plethora of shit to play on FanDuel. So tons of value. I mean, you could even, like, if Greinke is going to play and not deal with weather, go Greinke and just you can easily get bats over there. Favorite DFS sport? NBA. 100%. But I love MLB. There's just a whole lot more work required for MLB for sure. A whole lot more work. Any thoughts on Cortez as a pitcher on DK? So we talked about it a little bit earlier. I definitely like the other two guys more than Cortez. For sure. Thoughts on the Padres game? I don't have any Padres. I'm playing pitcher against them. NBA got me back into basketball. Yeah, NBA, like, DFS is so good for sports in general. It brings more people watching who normally wouldn't watch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely, NBA is the only sport. NBA and NFL are the only two sports I really used to watch. And then when I started playing DFS, I started watching everything. Like, I'll even watch golf now. And I hate watching golf. I love playing it, but I hate watching golf. And watch NASCAR. Exactly. Like, everything you do, like, of course, you want to watch it. Like, I watch NASCAR now. All they do is go in a fucking circle the whole time. You know what I mean? Who do you like at first base? Matt Adams. Sanchez or Avila? Sanchez. For sure. Definitely Sanchez. Definitely. All right, guys. So we're going to get out of here in a minute. Drop a like down below. 50 more likes. Let's get it. Got me a Starbucks card right here. Thoughts on Padres and Rays game? I'm playing pitchers in that game. You true to your high five besides Greinke? Instead of Stewart, it's Pruitt. Instead of Stewart, it's Pruitt. Would you play Ramirez, who's opening, and then stack Rangers bets for when Stewart comes in? Would you play Ramirez, who's opening, and then stack Rangers bets for? That's an interesting GPP method right there for sure. Would you play Pruitt on Fanduel? No, I wouldn't. I would prefer a guy who's gonna like finish the game for sure. Let me see. Thoughts on Boston, Cleveland? I actually haven't really looked at that game too much. Let's actually look at that real quick before we head out of here. All right, because obviously we know what type of offenses are in this game, and both offenses are great. I mainly want the Boston side. And now when you look at Plezak's numbers, he gives up, less hard contact to lefties, less of a WOBA, less of an ISO. He's actually pretty good versus lefties. He doesn't have a K rate, but he's pretty good at limiting the hard contact, limiting the damage versus lefties. So going like Mookie Betts, JD, Xander Bogaerts, the righties against him are pretty interesting. Let's look at Cleveland because Eduardo is a solid pitcher. He does struggle with ISO and WOBA versus lefties. So if you play anything versus him, you're going to want to play lefties versus him because they can get some shots off of on him. But it's lefty-lefty matchup. So do you really want to do that? So Ray's bullpen is so deep, they might only Pruitt to go 2 to 3 innings. I'm expecting him to go slightly over that, and we don't need too much out of Pruitt. I'm expecting him to go like 4, maybe 5, maybe. Pruitt. I know, I keep saying that, man. I keep saying that. I don't know why I'm combining Pruitt and Stewart together every time. Weather favors the Boston. Yeah, there is good weather there. All right, guys, drop a like down below, man. Let's get over 100 likes before y'all head out. Drop a like down below. Thank you guys for joining me as always. I hope I was able to kill everything. Let's go back over the home run calls real quick, and then we're going to do an update on the home run calls. Probably a lot of the same guys here. And then we are going to head on out, man. I got a fucking slate to fucking grind on, so. All right. Got to get back to this slate. All right, so let's go ahead and do the home run predictions. Now, first of all, in the high five, I already talked about a bunch of guys. Mike Trout, I've talked about multiple times in this live show. For GPP, nobody's going to be on him. Even in cash, I mean, if you're going Pruitt and Stewart together, there's no reason you can't have Trout. And the dude's probably got the best straight-up matchup of any batter on this slate. I mean, dude, he's fucking going to mash this dude. But, I mean, obviously, you got Gary Sanchez, who's a home run call today. Mike Trout, Matt Adams, Aaron Judge. They're going to be going against Ty Blach. So the lefty, Ty Blach, is going to be the pitcher I'm seeing now for Baltimore. And he's going to get absolutely destroyed. Fire up Aaron Judge at only 4,000. Oh, wait, sorry, hold on. Wrong pricing. I was looking at FanDuel. Fire up Aaron Judge regardless, though. Mashes lefties, going against a bad lefty. So Aaron Judge definitely is going to hit a home run. My computer is fucking slow, dude. It's fucking running so slow, bro. I have like a million tabs open so I can kind of understand, but still. All right, anyways. Sanchez, Mike Trout, Matt Adams, Aaron Judge, JD Martinez, Rougned Odor, I put in the high five. I love him. Definitely in your Texas Rangers stacks going against the popular Stewart. I like him a lot. Christian Walker, Rafael Devers against Plezak. Charlie Blackmon, Trevor Story, Nolan Arenado could all get one. I'm not going to leave those names out because they obviously could get one. Nomar Mazzara, I really, really like at 3.7. He's too cheap. Didi Gregorius should get another one in this main slate. Yordan Alvarez, Shin-Soo Choo could possibly get him one. Justin Smoke is in a great spot. And then I'm going to do one more. Let's do one more. Justin Upton. I talked about loving the righties for the Angels. Justin Upton. Urshela or Devers? Knowing they're facing a left-handed pitcher now, you tried following me? You should be able to follow me, bro. You should be good. Urshela or Devers? That's a tough one because Urshela's been like the best player of all time. Like, I heard they're going to induct him in the Hall of Fame like tonight. Like, he's that good. I would go with Devers. Slightly, though. I love Urshela. You know what? I'm going to have to go Urshela. Slightly over Devers just because straight up as a stack, I like New York more. Any cheap home run predictions? Matt Adams, brother. Oh, you talking about value. All right. Let's talk about some value guys real quick. See if there's any value guys that I think could hit home runs today. Like super cheap guys. I don't know why you would need value on this slate because, I mean, if Greinke's not playing, then you're not going to need it. But if you do need value and need a guy who could hit a home run, at Justin Smoke at 3-4, I mentioned him in the home run predictions. At only 3-4, he could get a one for sure. Asdrubal Cabrera, lefty-righty against Desclafani, 3-2. That's great. Rougned Odor's only 3.8. I also mentioned him in the home runs. Mazara's only 3.7. I mentioned him in the home runs. Matt Adams only 3.9. Franmil Reyes for Cleveland, righty-lefty against Rodriguez, only 3.2. You guys know how I feel about Franmil Reyes. Come on now. I don't even need to explain nothing to you. You know what I mean? So Aaron Judge at 4-4 against Ty Blach. I love that they're going against the lefty in that main slate. That's great news. I definitely want Aaron Judge. Justin Upton's only 3.6. So I've given a bunch of cheap home run guys for sure. Alvarez is my double dong call tonight. I mean, Alvarez is always a double dong chance. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching me as always. I got to go get some food. My stomach's growling. I'm hungry as hell. Are you ready? All right. I'm going to get some food with my girl real quick. Greenlightdfs.com. Join the squad. I'm going to put it right here. Boom. Boom. I'm about to go eat real quick and, get back on this slate so we can kill it, man. All right, we had an amazing weekend. Let's go ahead and sweep this week. You already know what the plan is. Greenlightdfs.com. Join the squad. Follow me on Twitter, too. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I'm at Cam_ATL. All right? Come say what's up, ask questions whenever the fuck you want. All right? Thank you guys for joining me as always. I'm out.